Well, it's good to welcome you into the family of European Capitals of Culture, because in 4 years' time, it will be you. And everybody from Plzeň will come to Matera. Well, it's a long way to 2019, but everything will be worth it on the journey.
We can remember perfect the moment when you write Matera on your iPad.
It is not an iPad. I don't like Apple. No, it is an Android. Yes, I wrote the wrong city. It convinced the majority of the panel that the bid, the programme, the way, the enthusiasm was better than the other cities. Simple as that.
It's important to maintain the participation and the European consciousness among the citizens.
I think there are two important things to keep in mind, to be serious for a minute. One, it's a European capital of culture, and the emphasis is on European. It's an international event taking place in Matera. The second one is to keep involving the citizens. It is not an old-fashioned top-down. It is very much a citizens-led event.
Okay, thank you, and hope to see you soon in Matera.
Oh, certainly, and certainly in 2019.
Matera è la capitalità dell'ospitalità, dell'energia, della passione, una capitalità del Mediterraneo e anche la capitalità europea della cultura.
We are very proud for this, and first of all we are very happy to share this opportunity with the other capital of culture for the past, for the present, and obviously for the future. Tomorrow there will be the open ceremony here in Plzeň. How do you feel?
Very happy, because this is my first, and for Anu, who is also a member of the panel, and she visits Matera too. This is our first official opening of the city. We have been monitoring and making the selections and analyzing all the process, and we are very happy to see the final beginning of the result and to see this energy and this commitment with culture, not only as a way to develop the cultural sector, I mean a way to develop the concept of cohesion, the future for Europe, using culture as a drive for future. So we are very happy.
Can I ask you, what do you remember about your visit in Matera?
Well, I remember a cozy atmosphere, a very well prepared visit with very cozy and real experiences. For instance, having lunch with family and visiting nice places, checking and talking with the experts and the people who has been working, developing the bid and then the project, and checking the high level of commitment of a lot of people, or not only from Matera, I mean from the whole region. So it was an amazing experience in terms of the quantity of energy, passion, work. So that's a very big opportunity for Matera.
And what do you remember about your visit?
You mean Italy as a whole? It was a really very long-term visit, and I mean, for me as a person, it was really something unique. You don't do it every year, or maybe it's once in a lifetime, but I mean, it was really interesting to see how the Italian cities were, Italian cities, they prepared very differently. And from Matera especially, I think that it's a very special city. And for me, as I'm also have been working in the heritage part, I really want to emphasize that you have to keep this kind of heritage and of course put new things and innovative things, but please don't ruin the city in this sense that lots of people are coming and it please don't do it Disneyland out of it. So that's my main concern.
So your expectations regarding the near future, we have to work hard on this point.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I loved it, and I think that in Matera you felt the real hospitality, and I think that, and what was also very interesting for me as an Estonian coming from the north of Europe, and And when I came back and I said that Matera is European Capital of Culture 2019, and I thought that maybe not so many people actually know this place because it's quite relatively small and so on. But I was really positively surprised how many people in Estonia actually know about the Matera, and they really were happy that Matera was selected as a European Capital of Culture in Italy for 2019. So I'm really looking forward to see how you are developing the program and the projects, and I'm absolutely positive. So don't lose the energy and optimism and your hospitality. What I felt during those short one day.
And what about the project built together with the other ECoC cities in order to share a full network of positive energy in Europe, the past, the present and the future capital of culture?
It is, and I mean especially at the moment, if we are looking what kind of things are happening in Europe, it's terrible. I mean, if we think what kind of political and what kind of what happened in France or what happened in Ukraine, so we have to be very conscious about that. And I think that through the culture and through the dialogue, through the artistic projects, we can overcome those issues. So that's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about Europe, what is going on, and I hope that. The project like European Capital of Culture is one of the ways to overcome those issues. Maybe small, but still a step forward. I'm really positive about that.
So we hope to see you again in Matera very soon.
Oh, thank you very much.
And enjoy Plzeň 2015.
I definitely do.
Hi Bob, I'm very happy to see you here in Plzeň soon after Matera. Finally, we have reached the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nice to see Matera being represented here in Plzeň, because last time we had this conversation, we were just anticipating the results from the jury in Rome. And now Matera was successful in its bid to be European Capital of Culture and now joins this club of which Plzeň is a member. Yeah, I mean, the whole approach by Matera was always very interesting for me, because it was an approach that was bottom-up. It was an approach that was citizen-led. It was an approach that seemed to capture the imagination of the entire city and of the Basilicata region. This was very, very, very important. It wasn't a project dominated by one or two strong personalities. It was a project which tried to unite many, many interests, and I think for me that was an incredibly strong point. Another strong point, it was a project which was very well communicated. People knew about it, and I think the jury was very interested in that. The way in which the website attracted a lot of traffic, the work that this television station was doing with ordinary people, collecting opinions, creating a dialogue, which was very, very important. So it didn't surprise me that Matera won the competition. Of course, I was a believer in Matera as being the best candidate city in Italy. But I think now the difficult work...
Now we have to work together.
Yeah, now another difficult phase has to start in Matera, because you need to deliver what you said. The bid book was imaginative. There were many remarkable projects. There were many promises that were made, big expectations, and now they have to be delivered. And that's the stage in which the Matera team needs to find a way of ensuring that what they said would actually take place. That's the big challenge now.
But let's talk a little bit about Plzeň. Tomorrow where will be the open ceremony. We are very proud to be there, also with the Matera team, but also with other European Capital of Culture in the past and in the future, sharing this vision.
Well, Plzeň this year is a member of your family now. The Matera family, the ECoC family, European Capital of Culture. So it's very good that almost all of the European capitals of culture, the past ones, the present ones, and also the future ones, will collect here to see what an opening is like. Plzeň is not an easy city. competed against Ostrava, which was a larger city in the Czech Republic. Plzeň didn't have a strong track record in cultural terms, but it's been working incredibly hard over the last few years to promote itself as not just an important cultural center in the Czech Republic, but to be a European capital of culture, with many problems along the way. I know there were political problems and financial problems, artistic difficulties, big challenges in continuing to involve the local community, but now it's all started. And when you talk to the other organizers here, you will see how excited they are of what's been achieved so far, but how they want this year to be a great success.
So do you think it's important also for us to have a stronger relation with them, to build together a strong network of ECoC cities?
Yeah, I think it's very important that Matera learns from Plzeň. Plzeň has had many problems and difficulties too. So that sharing of knowledge, the learning together, I think is really what this European Capital of Culture network is about. Getting an understanding of what went right, what went wrong, and learning from one another. That's what's extremely important, and that's why I'm so pleased that Matera is represented here.
So we hope to have you again soon in Matera.
Absolutely. I'm coming to Matera again in a few weeks' time to work with the team of Matera, to have a look at the bid again, to begin to look very clearly at what could be achieved on the basis of what they said. So I'll be back in Matera. I'm very excited about that. It's not only a beautiful city, but now the European Capital of Culture for 2019. That's another reason to visit.
And good luck also to Mons. We will be also in Mons next month for the open ceremony.
Absolutely. Mons and Plzeň, two cities for this year, 2015, and hopefully you'll be at every opening ceremony in the coming years until it's your turn. And then all the other cities will be there to help you mark the important occasion in January 2019.
Chin.
Here's to Ravenna. Cagliari. Lecce.
Chin Chin to Plzeň, to Mons, to Matera. Of
Matera,
course.
did you win?
Yes,
Oh,
of course.
I wrote the wrong city.